You guys have interesting ideas on how we could be better people, post-COVID, because we're hoping there's going to be post-COVID, yeah? Valentine, do you believe that there's going to be post-COVID? Because everybody hears, some people are like, Betty, but okay, how do we know it's going to be post-COVID? I'm like, yeah, we have to be hopeful.
I don't know that there's a post-COVID. Like, we have a measles vaccine, but measles is still around.
Yeah.
We still don't have a vaccine for HIV, which is 40 years old. So I don't know that there's a post-COVID.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get used to these masks.
I know, right?
Or maybe even gloves. Saying hi to people like this.
Like this.
Which I like.
Yeah.
That is one of the habits that has come out of this that I'm really enjoying.
Me, it's the hugging.
Yeah, people hug too much.
It's too much, especially, you know, it's a bit
Dudes, they hug you, then their hands travel. Yeah. They go up till like here.
I know.
You're like,
there are some that are very uncomfortable.
Yes.
So I'm happy that that is not happening. So for you, what can you say the things? How are you going to be a better human being to people around you and your country?
Hey, the whole country.
Okay, as you play your part.
But actually, it's good you've asked me that, because I've been feeling like as a citizen, I have not done everything that I could have done as a citizen. There's a friend of mine who this week said, Africans, not all of us, we don't have to be rich to be a philanthropist.
Right.
We can all be philanthropists.
Yeah.
It's called Isaac Foucault.
Right.
And I was thinking, this is actually like a personal challenge.
Yeah.
We think you have to be a millionaire, to do Jack Ma,
Yeah,
thousands of, all those things. But actually, we have a philanthropic spirit, and it's actually a very African, Kenyan thing to do. We've seen it, people with pay bills and all of this. You can give more of your time, whatever you have.
Yeah.
So I've felt challenged with Corona. Like, why do I live next to people who are so poor that they can't go a week without working?
Yes.
Like, am I doing my best as a citizen for them? Is
that.
Is it okay? It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Yes.
That is so I like that thought, because, you know, even for me, I've been thinking like your phone is ringing. Hang up.
People see you there and then they're like,
you know, I've been thinking about the same that you're talking about people just, you know, we can always do something in our own, you know, in our own space. And you said, like, you know, it's not a must that I have a lot of money. You know, I was thinking about it like this, and this is my personal whatever, my direction that I'm taking with this. That, you know how we go out, we've gone out with you, we, you know, we spend lots, you know, sometimes not lots, but, you know.
It's still substantial.
Still something. And then, you know, you're doing that and it's just for a night, and then, you know, there's so much more that you can do with this money. So I've noticed that, because there's no, you know, going to places, you know, you have something extra to actually give to somebody else.
And if you add it up, it can be quite a bit. Even if you only go out once a week and spend 2 Gs, it's 8K in a month.
Yeah,
it would make a big difference to a family or to a charity that you decided to, you know, to give the money to, especially consistently, because that's one of the main problems. I'm on a board for a charity in Limuru, and one of our main issues is we don't have consistent money. So if someone even just committed every month, I'll give you guys 3K.
3K. They would make something for it.
It can pay a salary, not a full salary, but at least you can say it's paying 25% of a salary. Yes.
So before we went for the break, of course, I asked you, what are you going to change about yourself? Okay, so the charity is an amazing idea. But I caught you off guard. You want to stop, you know.
So this is what I've realized with alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. Like, when you're drinking it, you're happy, you're smiling, whatever. And then later, like, even after you get over the hangy, like, just hours after that, you're still like, it's a bit depressing. I don't have the best outlook on the world. Yeah. So, the booze, it might be the thing that goes, to be honest.
I like that. Anyway, we'll see. Mike, hi, Mike Washira. Mike Washira is joining us from home. Can you hear us?
Is he frozen?
He's frozen. Hey.
Hey. What's up? He doesn't know. I look at him.
Hi, Mike.
Okay.
All right. So he seems like
he was muted. Okay. Anyway, whatever.
Okay. Can we try again? Mike, can you hear us? Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's just continue. What is it that you think as Kenyans, because so there's so many people who are saying Kenyans, but then we should change this about us. As a community, of course, we've seen somebody saying to, things to do with cyberbullying, which, many of us have experienced.
We've been trolled, and yes, it keeps you up at night. You feel like you're a bad person. You even wonder, why am I here, God? Am I occupying the space of a better person?
So of course there's that. Somebody also said, taking things for granted, and I feel more strongly about that, taking things for granted, taking our families, our kids for granted, and thinking that we're just out there busy hustling, but then forgetting that they are something special.
There was a thread on Twitter that was cracking me up. They were making fun of Kikuyu men who hang out, I don't know where, near the bypass. Now
it's always close to the bypass.
And now that COVID has come and there's a curfew, they are told you have to be home, during daylight hours, and they're like, hey, you are informed too.
And that is like,
you're informed. And that's a guy walked in, he's like, who has a bass in my house? His voice broke, so things like that. People who you haven't been home, there's a home to go to, you go in when you
there's
feel like
kids somewhere, but
you're not even present, you don't know what class they're in. So I think we have all been guilty of that to some degree. Maybe everyone who has a bass in your house, but but still, are you fully present? Are you actually do you know what your kids are doing? I'm actually, I don't know if I'm guilty of this, but I was telling my son's teacher, this work is too much. He's finished all his work this week.
Seriously?
I was even like, wow, okay, what do you want for dinner? I bought him a pizza. I was like, what? This kid, I was underestimating him. I was thinking you're 4. So parents, spend more time with your kids, get involved in what they're studying. But I also, what's really weighing on me is I want to be a better person. I want to do more for Kenya. So it's funny that you said that, because that's really been on my mind. What do you want to do now that you've identified the money you're spending on?
No, definitely, supporting more kids. I have a very big heart for small children. So supporting those small children in homes. At least there it's easy to, and the homes are easily accountable for monies that
you should come to our home.
Not home, children's home.
No, it's a children's home.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
It's actually a boys' home. We want to make it into a children's, take in girls as well. So yes, you should come visit. I'm going to invite you.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
All right. I don't know if we have Mike Washira. Okay, so we are having. Okay, Mike, I hear we have him. Hey, Mike. Sumetuzungusha, how are you doing?
Can you hear me? How are you guys doing?
Now we can hear you.
We're good.
How are you doing? You look so warm and cozy.
I was about to say, how cold is your house?
It's warm and cozy. I'm not going nowhere.
Of course, you're not going anywhere, Mike. So, Mike, we're discussing, of course, how we can be better people. What is the one thing that you think you're going to leave behind? Hopefully, if we have a post-COVID situation or period as we move on with life.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I didn't get that clearly.
Yeah, so I'm just asking you, what is it about yourself that you think you will leave behind post-COVID?
Oh, for me, I think it's just the mad rush to get nowhere. When before Corona, I think we were also busy just being busy. And now with this period that we have a chance to sit back and reflect and ask ourselves, what are these things that we do that are taking so much of our time? And do they really mean anything at the end of the day? So it's been a period of reflection and really asking myself, what are these things that I need to, cut back on? What are the things that I need to prioritize on? And how can I just find a space where I can, ensure that my mental health is great, that I have enough energy to do the things that I need to do, but I'm also making time for the things that matter.
I like that. Valentine, just listening to that, we're so busy being busy. But, these days I just find myself, I'm home at 3 p.m. I'm like, okay, wow.
And then?
And, I've done everything I needed to do. And the other days I'm wondering, where am I normally going or at?
That's true. Or you waste time, like sometimes talking to people who don't necessarily deserve your time, or they don't even matter, you should be doing something else with other more important people. And then also I've figured out this value, I don't know how to rest. Like I feel I'm wasting time if I'm just like resting.
In stillness, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm having to unlearn. Is like allow myself maybe to nap, like spend some time just resting.
Yeah.
But I feel guilty. Maybe it's because I was raised by Presbyterians.
Presbyterians. Mike, also just coming to you, what is it about Kenyans in general? You know, I ask this question and people are like, let's stop cyberbullying. Let's stop taking things for granted. Let's stop treating each other badly. I mean, there are so many things. Let's be more aware of our political direction as a country. So for you, what is it about Kenyans that you think, you know, we should reflect upon ourselves and
I think that's something that we all need to reflect on individually and ask ourselves, you know, are we happy with the state of things the way they are, you know, from a macro level to an individual level. And I think it's just something that, you know, everybody just needs to, you know, call themselves to a meeting and ask yourself if you're happy with the way things are. And it would be really sad if we left this period to go back to the same things that we were doing before, you know, politically, the same things that we're doing, you know, in our social lives and as individuals. So it's really a period of reflection and, you know, also an opportunity for us to envision what the future now can look like, knowing that there are certain things that we need to change, there are certain things that we need to do differently. And are we brave enough to face that new future? I think that's the question we need to ask ourselves.
Any new skills, Mike, that you've realized, hey, by the way, I can do this, I can be better because now I've realized I'd have this talent or skill inside me that I've never, you know, been able to explore?
I think for me, this period has been really interesting because, like, I've been able to pick up on some things which I had left behind because of the mad rush and the busyness that we are all, you know, yeah. So for me, you know, I've been a DJ for about 20 years now. So yes. Yeah, Valentine will know. She'll bear witness to that.
So, you guys don't invite me for those parties, I see.
I think, yeah, that's one thing that I've been able at least to pick up. And I just want to tell people that, you know, right now is also a really good opportunity if you had been saving your money for you to be able to get amazing bargains because people are willing to, you know, sell things at throwaway prices. So right now is the time to either do your investing or to buy things that, you know, you really wanted to buy, but really were not able to get at a good price. Now is the time to do it. And, you know, also discover those passions that you had lost and left to the wayside because you were too busy doing nothing.
I agree. Valentine, what is it about you that you've seen? You're like, yeah, but I can do this.
I've always wanted my own show.
Oh, so see, you have this. You have me. We'll change it to Weekend with Betty and Valentine.
Okay, fine. I hope management is listening. So I've always wanted my own show. So I've started doing it live on Facebook.
Yeah,
like even yes, you were also a guest, but I was doing it on Instagram. So I'm enjoying that. That's something new. I've decided I want to learn how to play the piano. I always wanted to learn how to play a musical instrument. Then I had a very hot saxophone teacher. My dad saw him and he was like, that's the end. I'm not paying a young man to spend time with my daughter. It was a wrap. So so that's something I'm actually looking into. And actually pianos are now 50% off.
Oh, really?
Imagine.
Wow, okay.
And usually they're like 400K and whatever. Yes. Yeah. So I've even found out I can rent one. So we'll start.
There we go. So what is it about you at home that, you know, you think, you know, you're changing about yourself? Mike Oshire, thank you so much for speaking to us. He's a lawyer, a DJ, a radio presenter, and he's got jokes.
A father. His son has a YouTube channel. You guys are busy.
And of course, Valentine Njoroge, she is the CEO and founder of Dada Festival, which hopefully is going to come back soon.
We're going to come back.
Yeah. All right, so guys, thank you so much. Oh, by the way, I said a YouTube channel, so yeah.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What are you doing on your channel?
You know, you go and check it out. So guys, listen, we want to wind up the show. Today is going to be a bit shorter because there's something amazing coming up on the station, K24 TV. You have to wait and see that. There's going to be a nice concert. And yeah, but thank you. It has been such an honor being your host since yesterday. I really appreciate your feedback, you watching, all the love. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next week, God willing. Till then, be kind to one another.
And be safe.
And be safe and do the right thing. All right? Bye.